Chinese sailors discovered the islands in South China Sea thousands of years ago and mapped them. The Chinese fished in these waters. But the islands remained uninhabited. By legal definition, they were terra nullius, or no man's land. International law says to make a legal claim to uninhabited territories, a state needs to first discover and name them, and that's not enough. Claimants also need to demonstrate their sovereignty through continuous occupation and administration. Chinese scholars and officials did that, documenting China's ties to the islands in part by giving them different names over the centuries under different rulers, with modern-day administration set up in 1947. The name South China Sea went largely unchallenged except when Vietnam started calling the area the Sea of Sham after the maritime kingdom of Champa. It may sound incredible today, but the West once recognized China's territorial claims in South China Sea, and it wasn't that long ago. US President Franklin Roosevelt even lent 8 destroyers to China, Washington's World War II ally, to help it reclaim the Nansha or Spratly Islands from Japanese occupation. But then came the Cold War, when anti-communism became a core strategic doctrine of the United States. Washington went from tacitly recognizing Chinese claims in South China Sea to implicit denial. Vietnam and the Philippines also began to challenge Chinese control of these islands in the 1970s. Now, politics aside, there's also a legal principle in international law called estoppel, meaning if claimants to a territory such as Vietnam in this case once gave up their claims, they're not supposed to reverse themselves decades later, just like someone is not supposed to recant his or her sworn testimony in a court of law. Some legal scholars in the West believe this principle supports China's claims in the South China Sea. Of course, Vietnam and the Philippines disagree.